we still got to make some tough decisions about opening new offshore areas for oil and gas development in ways that protect communities and protect coastlines.
Even if you have a rig that breaks loose, even if you have a catastrophe, a catastrophic event, the most that can spill is what's in that pipe.
A race against time continues in the Gulf of Mexico as crews try to protect the coastline from hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil.
Environmentalists worry that the coastal areas of 4 states could be affected.
A new oil leak has been discovered at the site in the Gulf of Mexico.
Turned out to be the worst environmental disaster in more than 20 years.
5 times more oil has been spilled.
Progress continues, but it's a very challenging work environment at these water depths and with this complexity.
We're dealing with a massive and potentially unprecedented environmental disaster.
The full extent of the environmental and economic impact of the April 20th oil spill is still unknown, but undoubtedly it is a turning point in the debate over America's energy future. This section of the Atlantic Ocean was included in proposals for new offshore drilling exploration. But how great is the risk? And is it a necessary step towards a more sustainable future?
Get off of oil and create jobs. It's efficiency, not drilling new dry holes off the coast of Virginia. It doesn't make sense. There's not much oil out there. It's a waste of our time, and it adds to global warming.
Why should we bother? There's too much risk. I've heard that argument. And it's kind of like saying to a farmer, why are you bothering planting that extra acreage? You're never going to be able to feed the whole town with it.
Pros and cons of offshore drilling are highly contested, but the facts are clear. While domestic U.S. oil production has decreased, consumption continues to rise. Jan Vandel was in the restaurant industry when gas prices hit $4 a gallon, so he tried using vegetable oil as makeshift biodiesel.
This is a piston from a Volkswagen TDI diesel that was burning vegetable oil. It wasn't done correctly, and it actually eroded the piston away. Let's face it, we're all screwing this environment one way or the other. There's no way around it. We're just screwing this planet up. How bad we do it is what needs to be looked at.
Perry Pillis is a small business owner on the boardwalk of Ocean City.
Well, I'd want insurance from the federal government that if there was an oil spill, that they'd be responsible for the loss of business, for merchants, the towns. If they're willing to take the risk, they need to pay for the risk.
There is a strong momentum to do this and a recognition that we need to do it. And I think that I think that Obama is looking at the big picture of America's energy needs. Where can we get more energy? And he sees this as a winner.
If I had President Obama's ear right now and I could be his closest advisor, I'd say, President Obama, what you do during your administration on the issue of global warming is the only thing you're going to be remembered for. Announcing and encouraging more oil drilling off the coast of America is not what you're going to want to be remembered for. Look to the greater sweep of history and come to terms with the fact that all of human history and all our children and grandchildren are counting on you, Mr. Obama, to help us solve this problem.